Hey everybody, this is Alex with Building a Life on Jesus, and today my video is not really going to be on scripture. I mean, I could implement something into it, but I know I've said that I wanted to make videos on Lego, and I've just started having a desire to do that, and this is one of the sets that I've just recently gotten, so I thought might as well make use of it while I have it just finished up. So, I just started watching the Harry Potter movies because I never got to really watch them when I was growing up. But I've been trying to get into the sets, and like Star Wars, because you guys know I'm a Star Wars guy, they're expensive as well. But that's just the way of Lego, it seems, these days. So, we're just going to have to bear with it. This is new for me, like I said, so this is not going to be perfect. I'm not expecting it to be, but I just wanted to offer my thoughts on this set, as it's one of the more affordable sets out there right now for Lego Harry Potter. It is Fawkes Dumbledore's Phoenix. Has 299 pieces, and it retails for $20 in the US. It came with 5 bags. I probably should have recorded me opening it up and building it, but like I said, it's been a little while since I built it, but it's the most recent one, so I thought I'd make a video on it. Here is the instruction booklet. It's like the bland outside that it's been the last couple of years. I miss the good old days where they had little action scenes on there, but that's just the way it is and how Lego has designed it. So, let's begin with the build. So, when you build bag 1, you build like Fawkes' little stand that he stands on in, I think it's the Chamber of Secrets. Like I said, I barely ever I've watched Harry Potter maybe once through all the movies. So, I think this is Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, he's in Chambers of Secrets. And it kind of looks like a brick head. The way they made the head, you see the eyes. The eyes kind of look like brickhead eyes, if you've ever built brickheads, which I've only built a set. I built the Phantom Menace ones that came out with it for the 20th anniversary of that movie. Actually, no, it was 25th. Wow. Fawkes is posable. You build him through the majority of the bags, so you can move his head around. I don't know why you'd want to make his head look like that, but you can do that. You can also move just his head, like that. And then you have these posable feathers on his forehead. Well, just on his head. There's 3 of them. And then wings. They got a lot of posability with these wings. You can make his feathers move up and down. His wings go like this. So you actually make it look like he's flying. But since this is more like a display piece, I don't know how many people will be playing with it. But I assume children would play with this. You can also pose his tail. His tail was an interesting build because it kind of uses some of the strange... I don't know all the terms for the Lego pieces, but like kind of looks like pizza slices. If you look like at pizza slices, if you were in elementary school, or more like a cheese wedge. It's not a cheese slope, but more like a cheese wedge. Uses kind of these weird rock-looking pieces, but it's a yellow piece for his feathers. But yeah, you can pose his wings any way you want. You can make it look like he's flying and doing stuff. But the main reason you build this is so that you can display him. He has little tiny, I guess, spots like where a Technic piece would go. Those 2 right there. You put those into here, and you can display him. Now, the set doesn't just come by itself with just Fawkes. It also comes with the Sword of Gryffindor. You build that. It's a nice little build. And then you get the Sorting Hat. Oh, how happy he looks. And then, if you really, really, really enjoy the Chamber of Secrets and want to recreate the scene where Fawkes literally turns into fire and disappears, and out comes this little chick, they even gave you the ability to remove Fawkes, and then you can put his little chick self on the stand down there, kind of like the scene. But the chick looks almost exactly like the big one, where it's just smaller and he's got the brickhead eyes. So I don't really know what to think of that. But like I said, this is a smaller build. It did not take me very long. I mean, I was watching a movie while I did it, so it took longer than I usually do on Lego sets. But the last bag has you build the chick version of Fawkes here. You have the Sword of Gryffindor built, and then you have the sorting hat that you build alongside it. And I think they even made Fawkes, like I haven't tried it because, you know, I haven't played with it. It's more like a display piece for me. But you can put the Sword of Gryffindor in his, I guess, foot, on his foot, one of his claws. You can try to, like, put it right here. You got some little stud connections right here. And you can put it on, if I can get it on there. It's not wanting to go on. At least this is what the image showed. But yeah, make it look like he's flying with the Sword of Gryffindor to Harry down in the Chamber of Secrets to defeat the Basilisk. But yeah, this is just a fun little build. Nothing crazy. At some point, I'd like to get like the Great Hall and all of that, which those are way up there in price. So until they go on a sale, like a deep discount, I probably won't be buying them. But it's a beautiful display piece. I have it sitting on my bookshelf over next to my bed because I'm right now limited on space and where I can put all my stuff. So in the future, within the next couple of weeks we'll know, but in the future I probably will have a bigger area to be able to work on these. It's all just dependent on how things work and how life works, because we don't all know how life is going to go. But there's different avenues that I could possibly have the ability to have more of an area, because I would really like to have like a table, like a white table to be able to do these on to help see these better. And of course, you look, I'm not the greatest filmmaker yet, but I hope to be able to create some sort of facet. So I would suggest buying this if you want a cheaper set. Like I said, it's $20 MSRP. I got this at my local Walmart. They've been redoing my local Walmart, so getting all these newer sets put in was pretty neat, getting to see all of those. But sadly missing out on some of the old sets that they just disposed of before I could try to get on a sale. So that was the sad part about that. But there's a huge Lego section now at my local Walmart, and it's not locked up, so that's a good thing. So I don't have to ask for help all the time. But it is in a different area. However, before I end this, I wanted to show the box. The box has, like, I remember watching a M&R Productions video, and he was doing the 2021 sets for that year, and he always made a comment about Ron here. Ron looks kind of a little funny. If you can't tell, let me start to do this. If you can't tell, he kind of looks funny. Hermione and Harry look fine, but Ron, for some reason, looks a little silly. But this has been the set 76448, Fawkes Dumbledore's Phoenix. And I hope that you've enjoyed this little video. I hope that I can do more. I have a couple other sets I can do. I have some Technic cars and some other Harry Potter, not very big Harry Potter sets, but I have some other ones. But sadly, a majority of my sets have been put in storage. I mean, it's not like super hard to get to, but I have them all stacked in boxes, so when I move out, it's easier for me to deliver to wherever I potentially may be. So tune in for that in the next couple weeks if anything changes. But this has been Fawkes Dumbledore's Phoenix, and I hope that I've given you some, I guess, food for thought on whether you should get this set or not. And also, comment down below with any suggestions on what else I could do to be helpful. Because I know, first video, I may not have done everything. I mean, you have posability. You can even have Fawkes just standing on a table. You don't even have to have him sitting on the stand. Now, the only issue is he will fall forward because he is top heavy. So that's another thing. You can move his beak. I forgot to mention that. You can move his beak so it can go up and down, so like he's like saying something. Even though he doesn't speak in the movies, he just screeches. But yeah, you can pose his wings, have him flying around. You can have him just disappear if you want to display him like that. So have him disappear, and then you can put his little baby self on the stand, along with the sorting hat and the Sword of Gryffindor. So I hope again, like, this has been helpful. The set's $20 if you're looking for that. Usually I look for sets that are on sale, so if I find some and want to help out, I can surely do that because I do follow Stud City. He's a great help with finding sets on sale. You know, though the downside is, like, if it's on sets at a local store, the Discord can't really help me out there because my store usually doesn't have it on sale. So it's just dependent on what stores have what sets on sale. So I hope this has been informative. And again, thank you for watching. And I hope that this has been informational on Fawkes Dumbledore's Phoenix. See you guys.